Hello, milkers. Happy New Week, and welcome back to the podcast. The beer this week is called Ichabod, and this is brought to us by the hard-working folks of New Holland Brewing Co. out of Holland, Michigan. Ichabod is a smooth and full-bodied pumpkin ale that features a nice balance of cinnamon and nutmeg in every sip. I have always had a soft spot for New Holland Brewing since their wonderful Dragon's Milk Stout was the first craft brew I ever drank. Go check out Ichabod and everything else they have to offer as well. And I believe Dragon's Milk was also the very first brew, the OG brew we ever reviewed on this podcast. I might be wrong, but it's definitely one of the first. It has an ABV of 4.5%, Ichabod that is, and a Comcast rating of 3.75 out of 5 stars. As always, please drink responsibly. Welcome back to the show, everyone, or welcome for the first time. Now let's get into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. As always, I am your fucking kick-ass, amazing, fucking righteous, tubular host, Ryan. Don't forget radical. Radical, fucking, racist. No, not true at all. JK, LOL. JK Law. I am your host, Ryan, and joining me as always is...
Not coming back from that one.
Joining me as always is Cody. Throwing out slurs left and right.
I want everybody to know I do not condone racism. In fact, I hate it.
Yeah.
So
we both hate racism.
Yeah. And people that are racist.
Yep.
All jokes aside. But yeah. 100%.
Ah.
And if you are racist, well, we can't stop you from listening to the show.
Welcome to the show.
I don't respect you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because everybody only comes here for the beer of the week. That's the only reason everybody comes.
And then they immediately turn it off.
They just turn it off.
They just fast forward so they can get the full play.
Because the rest of it does not matter.
It doesn't?
That's facts.
I feel like you would say the worst part is the beer of the week.
It is. It's the most boring part.
What's the best part?
I skip it every time.
What's the best part?
Me.
Huh?
Me.
What does that even mean?
Me. I'm the best part of the show.
So you only listen to your parts?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
If I could edit out your voice and just be me reacting to shit.
What?
I would do that.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, I'm the best part of the show. I already know it.
Okay. Well, while you all are also skipping out on my voice and listening to Ryan, good luck telling the difference.
Yeah, that's kind of difficult.
It is difficult. It takes many years. Some would say 4 years. About to be a battle.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
She hates him.
Well, I think he stepped on her and she got the fuck out.
She absolutely fucking hates that cat.
Get out of here, you little bastard.
She doesn't like him. If he goes near her or steps on her and she's just trying to relax, yeah, she doesn't want any part of it.
Aggravated.
She is. She's
an old lady.
Talking about the dog, she's 13 years old. She's old. She's beat up, worn out, whatever. She's doing okay. She's doing really good, actually. The vet said she's doing great. And she said, don't ever tell her that she's old or how old she is because she doesn't act like it and all of her stuff is like really great.
Don't ever tell the dog how old she is.
The vet told me don't ever tell the dog how old she is because like all of her blood work was fucking phenomenal. She looks great other than like
It'll kill her self-esteem.
Well, other than like the arthritis and she had E. coli like a couple months ago. I don't know how she got that.
What?
It could be, she could have...
Maybe the rabbit shit?
Probably. She eats rabbit shit outside in the grass. Or whatever poops in the grass, she finds it and eats it. So, I'm going to guess that's probably what it's from. Or it could have been, like, something got spilt on the floor and she ate it raw or something like that. Like if I spilt like an egg white and didn't miss the spot and she fucking walked through the kitchen and smelled it and ate it. It could have been anything. But the vet said she's great. Like, it was like, because we had to do all that blood work because of her E. coli, and she's like, the vets basically said, don't ever tell her how old she is, because everything else besides, like, her arthritis is fine. Like, everything is great for her age.
Her's old as dirt.
So, she's doing great, but she has been on one lately. I was just messing with her, and the other day, she actually tried to kind of snap at me. This was just last week. She tried to snap at me.
Probably because you're being a piece of shit.
No. She was sitting there and she was in my way, so I was just pushing her backwards on her butt, and she's just scooting her butt across the carpet. And I did it a couple times, and she just kept walking forward, so I pushed her back again, and she kept walking forward and sitting back down, and I pushed her back again. So she's just scooting her butt across the floor, basically. And we both thought it was funny, and then she kind of snapped at me, and I was like, was that real? Because I've only lived with the dog for 3 years, and Cheyenne's had her for the entire 13. And I said, was that real? And she goes, yeah, it was. And she got yelled at for it. And
I guess 5 times of somebody just pushing you back when you're trying to just sit there and chill.
Well, usually she doesn't care.
Usually she doesn't care if she's sitting there hanging out and you fucking push her across the room. With your foot.
It's funny.
With your foot, probably.
It's fun. No, it was with my hand.
Oh.
It was funny. But anyway, yeah, basically it was kind of, it kind of surprised me. And I was like, was that a real, like, kind of snap? And she goes, yeah, that was real. And then today we were playing with her tennis ball. She has one tennis ball, and that's all she wants to play with. So we were playing with her tennis ball. And she seemed really, and usually I'll, like, try to take the tennis ball out of her mouth and, like, jerk it around. And that's how she plays. And she doesn't, like, run anywhere with it. And she was, like, being very loud. Like, it's, like, growling, but, like, playful growling. And she's being very loud. And I was like, this is louder than normal. And she was, like, I don't know. It just seemed different. It just seemed, because usually it's, like, rah, you know, she's just trying to play with the ball, and you're trying to take it out of her mouth, and you pull it out of her mouth, and you throw it across the room, and she goes and gets it. But it just seemed very aggressive growling, like more than normal. So I was like, okay,
greedy old bitch.
Then after a while, she gets tired, and then
of course, because she's 13.
Well, like 15 minutes later, the ball's on the other side of the room. She's laying down. I think I'm in the kitchen, like making lunch or something, because I was off work today, and I was making lunch, and I hear her just, like, bark and growl, and I was like, what are you doing? And she's, like, laying there, and she looks up at me, and the cat is smelling that tennis ball. And I was like, don't be doing that. She ain't fucking touching your ball. She's just over there smelling it. And I was like, what the fuck do you care? You ain't playing with it. And she's just looking at me with her ears back, and I'm like, what do you care? It's a tennis ball. You're not playing with it right now. The cat's smelling it. The cat ain't playing with it, but she literally got mad that the cat was smelling her fucking tennis ball.
That's her fucking ball. He's got 9 mice, 6 fucking jingle balls.
No, it was Kiki. It was Kiki smelling it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking ornery old lady. She's also an attention whore.
You an attention whore? Huh?
This is just a Talking to the Dog podcast.
You an attention whore?
Yeah.
You old lady, you grumpy old lady.
Yeah, this is just a Talking to the Dog podcast. But yeah, it's honestly, it was the weirdest thing. She's been acting a little weird lately. I don't know. But moving past that, everything else has been fine.
Fantastic.
Everything else is okay, and she's got her vet appointment coming up. I'm still talking about the dog.
She's got a vet appointment coming up. We're taking it to the retirement home.
Well, that's what's stupid to me.
Checking her in.
That's what's stupid to me. We have a new... First off, taking your dog to the vet sucks regardless. Or any pet. Taking any pet.
That's why you don't do it.
Yeah. But taking any pet to the veterinarian sucks. A, you're about to be out at least $200 every time you go. B, your dog or your cat or your goldfish or your lizard, whatever you got is stressed the fuck out because they're in a fucking environment where they don't want to be in.
Your lizard's freaking the fuck out, bro. You gotta take it out of here.
And C, if you take them regularly, they know where you're going. Mm-hmm. You could tell them you're going to get fucking a pup cup, whatever. They know where you're going. They know exactly where you're going. So you can pull in the parking lot, they're gonna freak the fuck out. And like her, she doesn't get aggressive or anything, but she's absolutely terrified. And like we have a new vet now because the old vet that she has seen for 3 years is gone. I don't know where she left.
Deported?
No, that's not how that works.
She died.
And then
that's not how that works. What do you mean that's not how that works?
Probably just left that practice. But because there's 4 that work, 3 or 4
probably got it taken away.
Well, there's 3 or 4 that work there. No, she was actually really nice. I never got to meet her in 3 years because of COVID. Cheyenne met her twice, and I've never met this vet. And like literally because of COVID, I never met this vet in 3 years. And I'd always talk to her on the phone. I never met her. But so we got this new vet, and this is what really chaps my ass. The new vet only works 1 day a week.
Yeah.
How in the fuck can you be a vet and work 1 day a week? She works on like Fridays for like 5 hours.
See, got other shit going on.
So basically, like when we were dealing, because we had this new vet.
That means she just has fuck you money. She doesn't need to work, but she does anyway.
Well, basically, what it is when we were doing this whole E. coli thing with her, and like she had some really bad hip problems that we finally got resolved, and all that's finally straightened out. Like she's doing great now. But during all of this happening at the same time, like the vet tech told me she only works 1 day a week on Friday, so she'll call you on Friday. I was like, what if she forgets to fucking call me and then I have to wait another week? Like, what? This is stupid. The old vet worked every day, and she could call you any time of the day. So I have to wait a week in between every single communication with her. And if she tells, because the vet techs don't do anything. They can't do anything. They can't prescribe anything. They can't give anything out. They can't fucking give a shot. They can give a shot. They can't fucking make a prescription. And the worst part was if the veterinarian called me and never met this lady because she only works fucking 5 hours a day, 1 day a week. She can't call anybody during the fucking week. Who the fuck wants to talk to a vet on a Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock? Not me.
Go to a different vet.
Well, we've had this vet for 3 fucking years, and every other vet is like full, like completely full.
That's the world.
But anyway, so during this whole communication with her, she was like, "Oh yeah, here's all your prescriptions. I'm gonna give you this, this, and this," because she had the joint pain, the joint arthritis problem, and the E. coli problem, and we had to have 2 things for that. So I was like, "Okay, great." I was like, I will pick them up tomorrow morning because they are open like the very first part of the day on Saturday. And she's like, okay. She's like, I'll let the techs know. I'm like, okay. She let the techs know, and like one of them forgot or something, and then she didn't have her fucking medicine for a whole nother week. And she's got E. coli and joint problems, and we have to pick her up the fucking stairs. We have to pick up a 45-pound dog up the stairs every time she wants to come back inside from going to the bathroom.
You know what happens when a horse can't walk upstairs? They shoot it.
You can't shoot this thing.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Just put a bag over her head and pop.
Oh, no.
Old Yeller.
No, because if anything happened to this dog, if anybody harmed this dog, you have to deal with the wrath of a freaking... a redneck, and you don't want to do that.
No.
But yeah, it's a pain in the ass because she had to go out without medicine for a whole week. And she's like, and she called me the next Friday. She's like, I'll call you next week, see how she's doing. And then she called me the next Friday, and she's like, how's it? I was like, we don't have any medicine. And she's like, you didn't get any medicine? I'm like, no. She's like, I let them know to do it. I'm like, no, we don't have any medicine. Like, you need to fucking figure this out.
You need to fix this situation, Cody Karen'd out.
Because theoretically, no, I didn't Karen out. I basically like, yeah, I'm being nice about it. I'm like, yeah, we didn't get anything. They didn't give us anything. And I asked
my dog is suffering.
She's had E. coli for like a month, basically. We didn't know she had it, but her pee smelled terrible. And she's like, is there anything wrong with her? I was like, well, besides the joint pain.
Besides being fat as fuck, no.
But I was like, honestly, I was like, besides the joint pain, there was nothing else besides, like, I was like, when she would go outside to pee, it smelled like when you take your dog outside to take a shit, and it shits in the yard, and there's like a gust of wind, and you could smell the shit from like 40 feet away. You could smell her pee from that far. And I was like, that's not supposed to smell like that. And that's like the only giveaway that meant that she had E. coli. Because they took the blood from her bladder or her liver or something like that. That's where they took the blood from. And that was like $200 fucking every time. And we had to do it twice. That was stupid because the vet only works one day a fucking week. Because the vet works one day a week, we were out double the money it took. Because it takes... they took the sample. Vet didn't come for another 3 fucking days. She's like, okay, let's see if the sample's old, and if it's too old, we'll have to take another one. Okay, 3rd day comes, she's in the office. She's like, oh, unfortunately, you're gonna have to come in next week and fucking take another sample.
This blood's old.
Well, that's what I mean. That's stupid. If the old vet be like, can you come in tomorrow? Yeah, it'll take 15 fucking minutes. We're out. You don't even have to take another sample. Just fucking ship the shit off.
If you got a different vet, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We wouldn't.
But that's the thing. I've talked to people.
Time.
Well, I've talked to people here locally, and they're just like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get my dog a new vet, and everybody's booked out, and nobody's accepting new patients, and all this other stuff, or like they can't get an appointment for like 6 fucking months. It's crazy." I don't know if everybody bought animals during COVID or everybody adopted. Why?
Well, they're lonely.
Fucking go outside.
People had kids and bought animals.
I don't know. I don't understand the whole, like, COVID for me was like, I would still go outside and get fucking sunlight and shit. Like, everybody was so...
I'm sure other people did too.
Your reasons are valid for being... Okay, I would say that everybody's reason for not going out of their house is valid, but... if you just kind of open your mind a little bit, just think about this open-mindedly, if you go outside and just stand in your yard, get some sunlight and some air, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not going to catch fucking... It's not airborne. You're not going to catch COVID. Like, back in the day, you weren't going to catch COVID if you're standing in your fucking backyard and nobody's around you.
Hear that, everybody? Fuck getting dogs and cats. Just go stand out in your yard and get some sun.
They're not fucking worth it.
It'll cure all your illnesses and your
that's the
depression.
Thing. That's the thing. If let's say okay, if everybody did buy pets,
the sun heals everything.
If everybody did buy pets during COVID, so they won't be lonely, you have to now take care of a pet.
Well, yeah,
that's an investment. That's like somebody that gets a parrot.
That's where everybody gets a shitty cat.
That's like somebody that gets a parrot. They have now invested at least
50 fucking years.
50 to 60 years. 50 to 60 years to take care of a squawking bird in the corner that has an attitude and bites people.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting bit for 60 years?
That's the thing.
Fuck that.
That's the thing. Like,
so dumb.
Everybody who has a fucking parrot is like, he bites. I'm like, no shit.
It's a fucking bird. It's a bird with a fucking set of pliers on its face.
It's a tropical bird.
They can literally...
that you have in your fucking double wide.
They can literally bite your finger off.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. That's like...
Don't touch Reggie. He's a fucking bitch. And like, no shit, he's a fucking tropical bird in Indiana. It's 34 out today.
Well, that's like sometimes Vern will do something stupid, and I was like, can you believe that we have at least 14 to 15 more years of this? And she's like, I think about it all the time. I'm like,
I'm sure he'll calm down, but...
I'm sure he will calm down. He's only a year and a half old. He'll be 2 this summer in June. June. So it's like, Kiki's gonna be 6. Yeah, Kiki's gonna be 6, and she's just fine. She's just fine. She's chill as fuck. She is so chill that...
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. She literally slept on the chair all day today. She did nothing else. She just slept in the chair. She slept more than the dog, and the dog sleeps more than anybody in this house. So, yeah. I just can't understand it. Like, when you get a pet, especially during like a pandemic or something like that, or it's a stressful time, like... let's say your stressful time or your stressful time ends in like 6 months. You know, you're just having a rough time. You're like, I need to get a fucking dog. Let's say something average. I need to get a dog. And in your, 3 or 4 months later, you're like, I'm doing really good. And you're like, you've got this thing now that lives with you that might be kind of an asshole at some point in time and cause you more stress. And you have to keep that thing because you don't want to be a piece of shit and live on the. You don't want to be a piece of shit and take it to a shelter or leave it on the side of the road or give it to your neighbor or some shit. You want to keep it because you don't want to be an asshole. You accepted this investment of time and money for a good portion of your fucking life. So it's like you realize that you now have 15 years of having this thing around, and it's kind of a realization to not get another animal.
That's why that's why you don't invest in a dog. You just get a cat because you can leave that piece of shit alone for like a week, and it'll be just fine.
Yeah, and that's what. And honestly, like, honestly, when we go on trips and stuff, if we didn't have the dog, all somebody would need to do is come over, feed them in the morning or at night. Who gives a fuck? As long as they're getting fed once a day.
You see an automatic feeder.
Yeah, because they don't fight over food. Somebody needs to come over and feed them. They need to make sure that there's fresh water, of course. I think they actually drink a lot of water, so you have to fill it up at least once a day. Maybe once every other day. But if it's just the 2 cats. And then they need their litter box changed every other day. So if we're gone for a week, you have to come over and change the litter box like twice. So, like, it's so easy because they literally entertain their fucking selves.
Yep.
This one's dependent. It has to be. Unless she just shits in a hole in the fucking corner, which that's not going to happen.
If she did that, she'd eat it, wouldn't you?
She eats cat shit. She'll eat anything.
Nasty bitch.
I'm pretty sure she ate half of a 2-year-old candy cane. Cheyenne has had the same candy canes to hang. Yes, the Christmas tree's up. It's after Halloween. The Christmas tree in this house goes up because that's what she does. I am a fucking Scrooge, and I would care less if we had a tree. I would not give a fuck at all.
Not very.
However, I did just order and got in the mail my Flying Spaghetti Monster Christmas ornament, and it is hanging on the tree right now, so he is watching.
Yay!
I got it from Etsy. Supporting local. Support local religion.
Support local nut jobs.
So yeah, so the Christmas tree's up, but yeah, Cheyenne doesn't want to keep buying candy canes every year, so it's like a poor people's.
It's the same.
It's a poor people thing. You hang candy canes on your tree because you didn't have ornaments growing up.
Why don't you just buy a bunch of plastic ones?
Well, that's the thing. What, plastic candy canes?
Yes.
Because candy canes are at the Dollar Tree for like $1.25.
Yeah, if you buy plastic ones and invest in it, then you can use it for eternity.
But what they used to do is eat them, and then she's like, well, I don't want to eat them, and I was like, I'm not fucking eating them. And so this is...
We just save them.
Seriously.
For the rats to get.
She puts them in a bag with the rest of the Christmas shit and replaces any broken ones the next year. But those candy canes are 2 years old.
Throw them away and get new ones.
Those candy canes, she's like, no, it's wasteful. Why would I throw them away when I have perfectly good candy canes to hang on there next year? So these candy canes are 2 years old, and we came home from a walk this past week.
And one of them had fallen.
Yeah, the cat knocked one down.
Fallen candy
It
cane.
either fell or the cat knocked it down, and then half of it was gone. And the cat didn't eat it.
Half of it was
The
gone.
cat didn't eat it. The cat is not going to eat it.
Which one of you fat fucking bitches ate this candy cane?
The only thing that Vern eats is raw fucking meat.
I just smelled their breath.
Let me smell your breath. He has the worst breath in this entire fucking world. He literally, I don't know what is wrong with him, but Kiki's breath doesn't smell like that. The dog's breath doesn't smell like that.
I wonder if it's because he's constantly like losing his teeth and shit.
He's not losing his teeth. He just has shit fucking breath. He licks his asshole and his wiener all the time. He licks his wiener till he gets a hard on.
Wish I could do that.
Did I tell you?
Not my butthole. But
did I tell you that I caught him fucking Cheyenne's robe? Did I tell you that?
No.
I was home. This was a couple
while it was hanging on the wall.
No, it was on the bed. So
Spider-Man'd up.
Because I keep it like 68 degrees in here at night all year round.
Fuck yeah, it's cold.
when I sleep, because you sleep better when it's cold out, when it's cold in your house, because I keep it so cold, Cheyenne wakes up to go to work or whatever, and she puts on her robe so she's not cold when she wakes up. So it's like one of her favorite robes. It's an expensive robe. And she threw it on the bed while she was getting dressed to go to work.
Which is weird because she reuses candy canes. I have a nice, expensive robe that was $120, but I reuse my candy canes.
Yeah. She has a bunch of robes.
She's just a hoarder.
She is. She's a hoarder. She's 100% a hoarder. But, so the robe's on the bed, and I was just walking through the house doing some stuff. I think I was like meal prepping or cleaning the house. Just doing my own shit because I didn't have to work that day. And she was gone, and I walk into the bedroom and turn the corner, and I just kind of glance at, because he usually sleeps on the bed throughout the day. He usually sleeps on the bed, and then the cat's like on the couch, and then the dog's on the floor. But he's usually on our bed. So I just turn the corner, expecting him to be asleep, and I'm just walking back to like put laundry away or some shit. And I just kind of glance over on the bed, and he looks at me, and he goes, and drops the blanket. He puts the blanket in his mouth.
I thought it was a robe.
Huh?
It was a robe.
Or, sorry, robe. He puts, whatever it is, he bites it, puts it in his mouth, and then he makes biscuits. But while making biscuits with his front paws, he's fucking it with his wiener.
What a gentle lover.
With his cat wiener.
What a gentle lover.
Yeah. So, before we got him fixed, the first time we noticed it.
And people don't know what making biscuits is. It's where cats roll their paws.
So back when he was a kitten,
he's making biscuits and fucking it.
He is. Yeah. So back when we first got him.
Here, let me give you a massage.
Back when we first Back when we first got him, when he was a kitten, and he started getting he started growing his nuts or whatever.
His nuts started growing.
Back when his testosterone was peaking before we got him fixed, like when we first noticed it, I was like, oh, he's just biting into making biscuits, and then I was like, what's he? He's just kind of like this, like hunched over. And I was like, what are you doing? So I ripped the blanket out of his mouth, and he's just like,
he flips upside down.
And I pick him up, and his fucking dick is out. I'm like, what are you doing? So that's how we figured it out. Like a year ago, he was like 6 months old, and then he sprayed the old apartment like twice, and then he never fucking did it again because we made him pay for it. We stuck his face in it, but and then we got him fixed. But now, like, every time he does it, she gets so mad. I'm like, he can't come. Just let him fucking do it.
Just let his dick touch on a road.
And she goes, yes, he can. I'm like, he has no nuts. That's where sperm comes from. Like, he has no nuts. He can't fucking jizz all over your robe or your blanket. But it's the plush ones. So her robe is plush, like the plush throw blankets.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's the only ones.
Because it's soft.
That it probably feels like a cat, because cats are fucking rapey. But yeah, I guess it just feels like a cat or something. But yeah, the funniest thing was I turned the corner and he just like this, looks at me, and drops the robe out of his mouth. I was like, you're fucking gross. And he he knows when he's in trouble because his eyes get real big and he just runs away. He runs away from me constantly. He always thinks he's in trouble.
Nasty.
But he is always in trouble by me. But yeah, so I dubbed it, back when it first happened, I dubbed it bite fucking. So every time we see him, I was like, he's bite fucking your...
he out here bite fucking your robe.
I don't have any plush throw blankets. They're all hers.
Wait, so he bites it and then makes biscuits? Or
he bites it, makes biscuits, and he gets hunched over, and he lets his wiener get fucking erect, and then he just starts humping it. Like, subtly. He's a very passionate lover.
No, it's like BDSM. You don't fucking move. And then you just bite the back of the neck and just like... like you trying to fuck him from behind.
I imagine that's how the chef at Red Lobster makes the fucking Red Lobster biscuits.
Probably.
Bites the ball, you ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere.
He's sitting there fucking humping the table.
Yeah.
He's like, these gonna be nice and cheesy.
Nice and cheesy. Go get that butter.
I'll get you some Alfredo sauce and your shrimp scampi.
That butter.
Yeah, so I dubbed it bite fucking, so... But I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird because when we noticed it, I was like, what are you doing? So every time he used to do it, before we got him fixed, every time I catch him doing it, I just rip the blanket out of his mouth and then he automatically stop.
Huh.
He can't do it if one's missing. So it's like, if one piece of the puzzle...
If you take his fuckable, he will stop.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, she has like 5,000.
Carrot Top's not funny without props.
She has like not you. She has like 5,000. She has like 5,000 like plush throw blankets. I don't know why. Nobody needs that many fucking blankets. So I don't have any.
Massive sleepover.
So I don't have any of those types of blankets, and they're all hers. So it's always something that he's fucking that's hers.
Yeah.
Nothing of mine. It's always hers, and it's only those type of things. So it's always something that she is like going to lay on, and we just watched one of them because she was gonna like cover up with it on the couch because it's one of the winter ones or whatever, winter themed ones, and
there was just a wet bite mark on
it. No, there was shit prints on it.
Oh,
somebody had like got fresh out of the litter box and walked across it.
Probably.
Yeah,
like
the joys of having a cat. But I guess on the other side, Kiki likes to sniff her poop after she fucking covers it up, and she always has shitty litter on her nose. So every time you see her, and you see like...
And then, like, people smell their own shit. I mean, not like they don't stick their nose in it, but...
Do you look at your toilet paper after you wipe?
Yeah.
Do you?
Because I gotta flip it.
Oh, yeah.
I need to know if I need to flip it or
fold it, not flip it. You don't flip it and then wipe with the poop hand.
No, you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean, but...
Yeah.
You fold it. Sometimes I don't fold.
To see if I need to fold it, or to see if I need to throw it away. Or in the toilet.
Do you count your sheets?
No.
You just fucking slap it.
Rip it off there.
Fucking
when it stops, it stops.
Slap it and rip it.
Can't get too much of a wad though. It doesn't have wiping.
And this is why I think Cheyenne either has OCD or ADHD or touch of the tism or all the above. But she measures. We've been together for almost 3 years. This month it'll be 3 years. On the 28th of November, we've been together for 3 years, and this is just a recent discovery. I walked in on her in the bathroom, and she was pooping, and I was like, "What do you do?" This was at the old apartment, so this has been about 6 months ago.
She's like, "From the wall to the left knee."
Yeah, I swear to God. Yeah, so I catch her and I'm just kind of watching her before I surprise her.
Of course, because you're fucking weird.
No, so I'm just watching her.
No wonder your cat fucks.
But I watched her at the exact moment that she's like measuring the toilet paper, and then she tears it, and then she folds like a little napkin, and then she gets ready to wipe. Then I open the door and she looks at me and she goes, "What?" And I was like, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm pooping." I was like, "Are you measuring your toilet paper?" And she goes, "Don't judge me." I'm like, "I'm not going to judge you. It is what it is, but you measure it and count it?" She goes, "It has to be perfect." I'm like, "Okay."
From knee to knee.
It has to be perfect. No, seriously. I mean, like, if you watch her, she's like holding it with this hand to get ready to tear it, and she just pulls it out, rips it, and then fold, and then fold. Like she's setting the table. Hey, it is what it is. Like, she thinks it's really weird that I stand up to wipe. I stand up to wipe, and I am proud of that fact.
I do too.
I remember we had, who was that? Oh, it was Cody Eichert on here, like the first or second time when I was like, I stand up to wipe, and he goes, "You guys
no."
Who was it? Was it Jake?
It was Camden.
Oh, Camden. He goes, "You guys are blowing my fucking mind right now." There's nothing wrong with standing up to wipe.
Nope. Sure ain't. There's a bunch of people.
If you think standing up to wipe's wrong, and you sit down to wipe or whatever you do,
you're racist.
No. Try it. Just try it. Just try standing up and wiping. I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert, the leverage that you have to clean your asshole is way better. You have so much more leverage when you stand up to wipe. Trust me. You could bend over. You could go from the left side, from the right side, however you fucking want to bend. You have so much more leverage. If you're sitting down, dude, you have to reach all the way back around your ass. When you're standing up, dude, you just reach right behind you. Your butt's right there.
So much leverage.
You do have a lot more leverage. You have a lot more leverage when you stand up to wipe. When you wipe your ass fucking sitting down, you're reaching all the way back and around your ass.
Yeah.
Who does that? Who wants to... I mean, everybody does that.
Other people.
And the other thing I don't wad either. I have to fold it.
Who wads?
People wad.
Why would you wad?
People wad. They do.
I mean, I don't like fold it perfectly, but I
at least fold it once. And I don't fold it perfectly.
You at least fold it once? Yeah. I get like a 2-foot strand.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. And I fold it over. Just once.
Just once.
Into two, yeah.
So you're wiping your ass with a foot.
Well, what I do is...
Oh, okay. So you have it palm, and so then it's extended out.
So I have it like this long, and then I just fold it.
Right. But you get this wiping part for your palm, and then it extends out that way.
Yeah. And then
so you have a tail of shit wiping.
No, but then I
fold it like a towel.
Yeah.
And then you can wipe again.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
But also, I don't fold it directly on itself, like square. I actually fold it like a V. So it's folded like this.
I don't...
So that it gets the sides of the cheeks.
My hand's bigger than the paper.
There's a method. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, I
layer it like pasta.
Instead of folding it 1v1 like this, I stagger it like this.
I don't do that.
So that it's twice as wide, so that it gets the cheeks. There's a science behind it.
I do more than that.
Huh?
My toilet paper... I
don't think too hard about
toilet paper... I don't think too hard about it either, but my toilet paper is like layered like a portion of pasta. Like it's... Or like when you overwrap like lasagna noodles, like it's like... I got like 4 or 5 different rows in there, and it's like...
That's a lot of paper.
This wide. Well, yeah, but I don't get shit on my hand.
Yeah, I don't get shit on my hand either. But what I'm saying is, it's like, there's a science behind it. That's what I do. Like, I fold it like a V.
I mean, I don't fold it like a V. I mean, some of them look like Vs.
I don't do it on purpose.
But mine's like 3 Vs in there.
I don't fold it like a V on purpose. I just don't fold it specifically on itself. So that it is wider than the tissue originally is. So there's at least some overlap here going on.
There is no symmetrical shapes in my toilet paper.
And I also don't want to clog the toilet, so I don't fold it more than I don't fold it
more than once.
I don't fold it more than once, but also my strand's like this big, and then I just it's like making a hamburger. You use this half, you're gonna fold over this half on that half.
Yeah, a shitty hamburger that got jostled around.
It's your asshole. It's never fucking clean. It doesn't matter.
It's always dirty.
It always is. It doesn't matter if you use wet wipes. It doesn't matter if you just showered. Your asshole is always going to smell like an asshole.
Now somebody's going to disagree because I went down with this chick and her ass smelled like roses.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Your
ass should not smell like rose.
It should smell like shit.
There's a reason why people bleach their assholes, so that it doesn't look like an asshole. It's not brown. The reason why your asshole's permanently fucking brown is because poop comes out of it multiple times a day.
I don't think that's it.
I think that's it.
I think it rubs together and it's just calloused.
Probably. It might be. But
What part of the body gets more attention? Your ass.
Probably.
Yeah.
Asshole is supposed to smell like an asshole.
Yeah.
It's never not going to smell like an asshole. It's going to smell even when you're dead, but it's going to smell way worse because all that shit's going to come right out.
Yep.
But this one, it's never not going to be an asshole. It's never not going to be a butt. Butts are nice to look at, but not when you spread the cheeks and look inside. You don't, nobody wants to see the golden goose all the time.
I'm sure people would disagree.
I don't like to see an asshole. I don't like to see, I'm not just oh yeah, that's a nice sphincter. No, nobody wants to fucking look at that. They probably do. People probably do. But from my perspective, I'm not into that. I'm not into looking at the fucking eye of the tiger. I'm not looking. I'm not into being Frodo staring at the eye of Sauron and saying, "Give me the ring." I don't fucking want that. I don't want it. It's just not. It's not at my fucking turn on alley. It's not up my Diagon alley. It's not gonna happen for me.
Looking like an extra fried calamari.
Looking like the last Cheerio.
Yeah, the last Cheerio at the bottom. The one that didn't get, the one that got overcooked.
It's like the last Fruit Loop ever to exist.
Yeah. It is.
It looks like that purple Fruit Loop that didn't get all the color.
Or too much color. Too much color. Yep. That's exactly what it looks like. For sure.
Yeah.
Alright. I gotta take a pee break. We'll be back. And we are back to the Passionate Loving Podcast on iTunes, Android, Audible, Amazon, everywhere, basically.
This is the cat fucking sphincter podcast.
No.
No. No. Take it back. This is the fuck veterinarians Fruit Loops Sphincter podcast.
Yeah.
Fucking
cats.
As soon as I said it, I was like, bring it back.
This is the Hump Fuzzy Blankets / Making Biscuits podcast.
This is a podcast your mom wish she had.
Yeah, I wish somebody would make me biscuits and then fuck me.
What? I mean, that could be arranged.
Not him.
Oh, not like him. That's bestiality.
Somebody made me like some biscuits and then fuck me.
I was just...
That'd be nice.
Don't be fucking...
Biscuits and gravy?
Don't beg for it. Jeez, now you're just being pathetic.
I'm not begging for it.
Let's
just said that'd be nice.
Okay. You'll find your biscuit-making queen one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eventually.
All right.
Probably works at KFC.
You don't want those things. They're gross.
Huh?
They're fucking dry, dude.
I mean, they're pretty hard sometimes.
You want a Popeyes biscuit. Them things are fire. With the Cajun gravy, whoo, slap your mama.
Ooh, slap your mama if you get biscuit gravy.
It is. All right, so Women
spend 3 days in the hospital.
A woman spends 3 days in the hospital after a dog pooped on her face while she slept. And it's a Chihuahua.
Why does it look like Paris Hilton?
It's not Paris Hilton.
Yeah, it looks exactly like her.
So a woman was hospitalized for 3 days after her beloved pet Chihuahua took a shit on her face while she slept. Amanda Gomo from Bristol was enjoying an afternoon nap, and basically, I guess, with her mouth wide open, and her Chihuahua Bella decided to join her like on the bed. As the 51-year-old was snoozing, Bella came down with the what?
With a belly full of shit.
With the squits and the
Squirts?
violent basically, Bella had diarrhea.
Yeah. And was like, you know what's a good place to put it? Instead of digging a hole outside, this is a perfectly good hole right here. And shat down her owner's throat.
Oh, so Amanda was asleep, and this is her quote: "I was having my afternoon nap with Bella like I always do when I suddenly felt something squirt in my mouth." Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure she was just laying in the bed, the dog was up there, and it was like, and then a little shit
I've never had
out.
an indoor toilet before.
Yeah, I don't think that was it. Can you imagine the little Chihuahua just like, jumping up on the bed and walking across it, turning around, and just like sitting on her chin?
It was intentional.
Sitting on her chin.
No dog purposely shits in somebody's face.
But could you imagine like sitting on her chin and just like whips out a newspaper and just sits down her fucking throat?
A Chihuahua is a very small dog. Should you let your dog sleep on your face? No, but I don't judge people to do because you love your dog. However, if your dog shits in your mouth, what the fuck? Where's that dog sleeping? Is it sleeping on your chest with its asshole facing you? Is it exploding diarrhea? If something went in your mouth. So she goes on to say, I rushed to the bathroom and my son was in the shower. So before I washed it out, I had time to take a quick snap, like a picture. A picture
of my son's cock.
That's a quick snap. You took a picture of your son in the shower? What is going on?
This is really weird.
This is weird. It was disgusting, and
I felt something gross run down my throat, and I ran in the bathroom to wash it out.
And I was like...
And then there was my stepson in the shower.
It said son, not stepson.
It could be either.
So
my son was in the shower, and he was like, oh my god, what are you doing here? And she was like, something went down my throat. And he's like, I'll give you something in your throat.
I think the dog shit in my mouth. Oh, but wait, Kodak moment.
Yeah.
So it was disgusting, and I was hurling violently for hours after. I just couldn't get the taste out of my mouth. No, yeah.
But you couldn't, because you had your son's cock in it. Disgusting.
Amanda's daughter took Bella to the vet, and the pup was diagnosed with a nasty stomach bug and put on antibiotics. What about her? Like, nobody cares about your dog shit in your mom's mouth. It's like, we need to take the dog to the vet now.
I feel like
something's wrong.
I feel like dog shitting in mouth is like a code for something.
No, it's definitely a fetish.
Shit on me, step bro.
How
However, this was not the end of the grim ordeal for Amanda. In fact, it was far from it. Later that day, she started displaying the same symptoms as Bella.
Shitting out her ass.
It's human centipede. It's unintentional human centipede. She's got the same buzz the dog does.
He shit in me and now I'm shitting. It's a butterfly effect.
If I only eat pepperoni for 3 days, will my poop taste like pepperoni? Let's find out.
Yeah. Does my shit taste like dog shit? You know what? I get that fucking dog and shit in his throat.
And then he gets sick again. He's on antibiotics. Payback, bitch.
Never ending story.
So she called an ambulance and was... Paramedics prescribed her painkillers for her stomach cramps and instructed her to drink lots of water to flush out any potential infection.
To flush out shit.
But after their visit, her symptoms became progressively worse, and 48 hours later, Amanda's cramps had spread all over her body.
Why does she still have shit on her face?
Why do you take a picture of your shit face? Why? Oh, that's what it was.
What?
She was taking a picture of her shit face, not her son's dick in the shower. But you don't...
Of course, that was a joke, Cody.
I know, but it made it sound like she was taking a picture of her son in the shower, did it not?
I don't know.
That's what I read it as. And I feel like I'm a pretty intelligent, average human being.
Do you not
so
own
if I read that as my son was in the shower, so I took a quick picture... If I read it as that means that she took a picture of her son in the shower.
She obviously doesn't have a sink or another place that she could wash off.
All I know is her son was in the shower and she took a picture of her poop face. Who gives a fuck what your face looks like if your dog shit on it?
Is it me or does that not look like the same girl? Go back up. Doesn't look like the same lady.
It's the same lady. She just had the dog shit in her mouth.
It doesn't look like the same.
It's the same lady.
Makeup is a crazy thing.
I'm telling you right now, this is the entire thing. This is the entire reason why I hate social media. It's the entire reason why I hate social media. Something traumatic happens to you, and you have
My dog shit on my face.
Look, everybody, my dog took a shit in my mouth. Something traumatic happens to you, and you have to take a picture of it and, save it and upload it so everybody can see it. Nobody fucking wants to see that, A. B, how could you be so demanding of attention that when you have something very traumatic happen to you, everybody has to know about it?
Yeah.
A dog shit in your mouth. Get the shit out of your mouth. I bet she took at least 3 pictures to get the picture right with shit on her face. Probably. At least 3. Oh, that one's blurry. The lighting's not good on this one. You can't see it running down my chin. What the fuck?
She took a picture and she's like, damn it, wrong side. Turned her head the other way.
Oh, my son's dick is in this one.
My son's dick is in this one. Harry, get your cock out of my picture.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's dumb.
No, I like these articles.
My son was in the shower, so I was like, oh no.
Poop selfies.
Poop selfies.
That's gonna be a fucking trend on TikTok.
Can't immediately wash it off.
Hurry, babe, quick. Shit on my face. I gotta take a selfie.
She was like, I gotta send this to Donna. And just took a picture. Why is everybody we mock from the fucking East Coast? I gotta send this to Donna. Donna, look, my dog shit on my face.
She's gonna be so jealous.
She's gonna be so jealous. You ever had shit on your face, Donna? You ain't never had this kind of attention.
So Amanda's mom rang 999, who dispatched another ambulance, which is emergency line in England. And this time she was transported to Bristol Royal Infirmary and immediately hooked up to an IV. There, doctors diagnosed Amanda with a gastrointestinal infection that had been passed through Bella's feces into her mouth days earlier. Well, what do you know? Poop prevails. She was kept under observation for 3 days while they rehydrated her with electrolytes and glucose. Amanda, who has Crohn's disease, said, from the moment I got ill to when I was put on the IV, I couldn't eat anything. The cramps got worse and worse until I could feel them all over my body, even in my legs. They sent any ambulance Excuse me. They sent an ambulance the second time, and I was so dehydrated from being sick and having diarrhea that my kidneys had shriveled to half their size. I was kept in the hospital for 3 days until they'd flushed the infection out through my IV. Unsurprisingly, her case was a first for the doctors at the hospital. No shit. And there's a lovely picture of her in the hospital being like, oh no, I shouldn't have ate the poop. Excuse me. She's quoted saying, my discharge note said that I'd suffered a gastrointestinal infection caused by a dog defecating in my mouth. That's in her paperwork.
You were asking for it.
Reason for illness, dog defecate in mouth. That's so fucking... You're reading the paper. Can you imagine you're like the night nurse? You're like, oh, what's this one in for? And it's like, dog shit in your mouth.
Want to see the picture? She took a selfie.
It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
I've been drinking 2 Lucosades a day.
Lucasades?
Huh?
It's Lucasade.
What is that?
It's like
Gatorade, but in England?
Huh? Yeah, like a shitty Gatorade. Which some people like Lucasade, but like it's just full of sugar. It's not really like electrolytes.
Oh.
Like if you wanted electrolytes, you could find something better.
Do like the Lucas Brothers on it or something? Lucasade.
No, it's just like Gatorade, but in like a weird
You
bottle.
need to make your own be like Ryanade.
Yeah, Ryanade. I'll do that.
we can make one Cum-Aid. With Vern on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plenty of tea and lots of water since it happened, and I'm happy to say both me and Bella are doing a lot better. Well, Bella's been just fine. She had antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
All's well that ends well, I suppose, but it's most definitely the end. Whatever. So Amanda said, I've forgiven Bella for her little accident and still love her with all my heart, but I will definitely be more mindful of what position we sleep in the future. Was she sleeping on your face?
Probably.
Was she sleeping on your chest? I'm going to go back up to this picture. Okay, she came in from the side. She came in from
she was like this.
That right side. With the dog's asshole literally right there.
Probably right here.
That's so fucking weird, though.
Yeah.
I can't believe you took a picture of your fucking face. You had time to take a picture. In that 30-second in that 30-second selfie moment, you could have flushed all that bacteria out of your body. But no, you gave it 30 seconds to digest and you're fucking sick for 3 days. You almost die.
It's funny though, because like the Chihuahua, what was the dog's name again?
Bella.
Oh yeah, Bella probably just ate like a bad candy corn, but you got hit with it.
You got hit with the whole candy corn.
The whole candy corn.
That's what she felt going in her mouth.
Liquid candy corn.
Candy corn?
Candy corn.
All right, so this next article we have here, this one looks interesting. So, police bust a drug ring dressed as Superman, Thor, and Captain America.
That's Spider-Man.
In an operation called...
Spider-Man, Thor, and Captain America.
Sorry, did I say Superman?
Yes.
Okay, Spider-Man, Thor, and
Captain... universe is Spider-Man, Superman?
I don't know.
Nothing. One's a fucking bug.
One's a bug.
And the other one's a fucking... an alien.
Okay. So...
different.
Spider-Man, Thor, and Captain America in a drug bust called Operation Marvel. So, 4 members of the police force in Peru struck upon the...
Is that a chick?
Looks like it.
I was going to say, all I see is cleavage.
Struck upon the novel...
Technically can't be Batman.
Yeah. 4 members of police force struck upon the novel idea of dressing up as members of the Avengers to enter into a dangerous area of the capital of Lima and make drug arrests. So the alleged drug dealers were confronted with Spider-Man, Thor, Captain America, and Black Widow. So they added Black Widow later on. The article did not add Black Widow, apparently, for the female officer.
She wasn't in the original group.
She wasn't an OG. Because she came in later.
She imagine freeze, and he just has that rubber hammer. Squeak! Squeak! Quit resisting! Squeak! 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 And just starts hitting people with a fucking rubber mallet.
So the alleged drug dealers were confronted with these 4 bashing down their door to get in. To be fair, at least one of them carries a large hammer with them, so the tools were there too. Oh my god.
Obviously.
Nice joke, Tom.
So you let somebody bust down a door with a fucking Spider-Man
You know what, Tom? You know what Tom would? author at fucking Lad Bible, you actually used to, you know, like, provide some good facts.
Wait, that's what the dudes actually look like. That's what the people actually go back up. That's what they actually look
They're
like.
the police officers.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds.
So, you know what, Tom Wood at fucking Lab Bible, you used to have, like, some really decent articles back in the day. And just the last 6 months to 8 months, you've been throwing in these little quips, and they're not funny. Look here, Tom. Like, I've been reading your articles for, like, 3 years on this podcast exclusively. Because you're, like, the only author Lad Bible has, basically. So, just, I know you probably don't care, but just cut it out with the quips. They're not funny. They're just not. They're not funny. Just stick to the article, because that's the funny part. So the idea was that the members of the Special Peruvian Police Force would dress up in their fancy dress costumes in the hope of convincing the public that they were advertising for a Halloween concert.
Oh, yeah. Besides the fucking goddamn gats on their back.
And the police vests. However, it was actually part of the operation that was aptly titled Operation Marvel and was aimed at bringing drug dealers to justice.
Fucking got him.
The 4 police officers got their costumes on and walked down the road to San Juan de Lurigancho on Saturday, and nobody batted an eyelid because it was the weekend of Halloween.
Duh.
They then produced their special equipment and their special equipment.
All right, Thor, put out that hammer. They whipped out their dicks
and broke down a steel door, gaining entry into the property. At that stage, 10 other police officers entered the building and made 4 arrests, taking 3 men and a woman into custody. At the beginning, police claimed that the people inside the building thought that the whole thing was some sort of Halloween joke.
They busted down your fucking door? It was like, oh,
they're on drugs. They're on drugs.
You're so funny. You busted out a door. Do the Captain America and Spider-Man. Do you imagine the Captain America and Spider-Man are like big fucking dudes?
Yeah.
But they're just like, they bust down your door and be like, oh, Spider-Man.
And I love in this picture how, like, Captain America, you can see half of his face. Black Widow, you can see her face. She's got a mask on. And Spider-Man maintains his costume. He does not take his mask off.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe he's a drug dealer too.
Smart. I also noticed that his eyes are, like,
Off.
Yeah. One is bigger than the other. Who made your mask, bro? I did.
Yeah. So on a serious note, they did find a number of drugs within the house which could have been moved on and sold to the local community. Police Colonel David Villanueva said, "In this building, an entire family was dedicated to sell themselves to micro-commercializing of the drugs. The drugs were going to be sold in a park nearby," which is like their spot.
Their fucking hideout, bro.
In the house, police discovered 3,250 small packages. That's 3,250.
So they just found a bunch of baggies?
Small packages containing cocaine paste. So,
okay.
like raw cocaine.
Ooh.
Which is a basis extract of the cocoa leaf and 287 bags of cocaine. So they were actually taking the raw base and turning it into cocaine and breaking it down.
Kingpins.
As well as 127 bags of marijuana. So not an insufficient amount at all. This is a very large amount. According to reports, a kilogram of cocaine paste can sell for around $380 in Peru, with the more refined and purest version of the drug, cocaine hydrochloride, fetching around $1,000. And this is in Peru, like at the source. And, you know, if that makes it to the States, it's gonna like quadruple fucking 10 times or however many times. It could be worth thousands and thousands, tens of thousands. So, good job, Operation Marvel. Spider-Man, you still sketch me out because he has not taken his mask off. And everybody, like,
Nobody took their
Captain
mask.
America's smiling.
Nobody took their mask off.
Captain America's smiling. Black Widow's not smiling at all. Very serious. Spider-Man, don't nobody know what Spider-Man's thinking.
Where the fuck's Thor at?
I don't know.
Where's Thor and fucking... That's Batman, not Black Widow.
No, that's Black Widow.
Black Widow, that's fucking Batman.
It says Black Widow.
Yes, Black Widow's in there, but
this is the only picture.
That bitch is dressed as Batman.
Okay.
You can't fucking tell. Do you even know what Black Widow looks like?
Yes, I know what Black Widow
What
looks
does she look like?
Not Batman.
Duh. Does she have fucking horns? Like a bat?
This is what's funny.
No.
This is what's funny, though. This is the only picture of Thor.
Yeah.
He's not in the bust picture.
He got a tummy ache.
He got a tummy ache. His dad called him back. He had a fight with his fucking brother Loki. Yeah, there's no picture of.
He tried to touch an electric fence to gain power and fucked himself up. He had to go and sit in the car.
I have the power. Oh, that's fucking.
That's He-Man. You fucking idiot.
That's He-Man.
Honestly, they're kind of like the same though.
You know what the dumbest fucking name is? He-Man. That's a dumb superhero name.
He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Yeah, that's the club that every kid belonged to. Every
Which
boy,
is,
at least.
Yeah, I can't believe you genderfied the Black Widow and the Batman. Can't believe you did that.
I just want to know what happened to Thor. Did he die in the fucking line of duty? Did he get shot?
What happened to Black Widow? Maybe she was playing both. Maybe she's like,
Maybe.
I'm Batman. And then she's like, now I'm Black Widow.
Guess who, bitch?
She's just wearing a black outfit and put a fucking bat mask on and then put a Black Widow mask on.
Maybe it's that lady from the last article. She's still having fucking
Shit on
weird
her face.
flashbacks of poop.
Probably.
She don't know where she's at right now.
It was like, you really want to scare people? Just just have diarrhea running down your.
Maybe she
fucking
changed her costume because she's going to a Halloween party like right after the drug bust, and she had to like change her costume real quick, and she forgot that she was supposed to only be one character in this.
I guess.
I guess we could say R.I.P. Aaron Carter with a giant face tattoo. I didn't know that existed.
It was a bunch.
Of face tattoos?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Which I'm pretty sure it was drugs.
Well, he died in the bathtub.
Yeah, the only people who died in a bathtub is like drugs, and then Whitney Houston had a heart attack or whatever. I heard she overheated or something. I forget. Stroke. One of them.
That's because she was on drugs.
I think it's because she was trying to quit drinking, and she did it cold turkey, and then fucking died in the hot tub or something.
Yeah, something like that.
No, what'd she do? She passed out. She passed out in the hot tub, and then her body overheated, and that's how she died.
Yeah, probably.
Something. I forget.
I don't know. You can go ahead and fact check us, because we're not going to.
I'm pretty sure it was happened, but R.I.P. Whitney Houston.
R.I.P. Whitney Houston.
She...
R.I.P. Aaron Carter, you had a good song, man.
I'm a huge Whitney Houston fan.
Are you?
Yeah, I love Whitney Houston.
Name your favorite Whitney Houston song.
Ain't Nobody. No, that's not... Sorry, that's Shaka Khan, my bad. Excuse me.
Don't you say I Will Always Love You, because that's...
No, it's not. Probably How Will I Know. It's a good Whitney Houston song. How will I know that he really loves me?
He fucking holds the door open for you.
He shits on your face.
He shits on your
If
face.
that's not love, I don't know.
He
what
lets
love
you
is.
look at his butthole.
Yeah, he lets you fucking lick his ass.
Why do people drop down on one knee and give like a very expensive ring? Drop down on both knees, bend over, and let your future fiance see your butthole. That's the real ring of truth. It really is.
That's how dogs do it.
Yep. You want a real ring finger? Just take your finger. You want a real ring finger?
What's your ring size?
Never. You want a real ring finger? Stick that fucking third one in there on your left hand. Stick it right there in the sphincter.
Can you imagine it's a new
Coat the inside of that fucking thing with your scent. And then, there you go. Never wash it again. That's the real ring.
Could you imagine that's a new booth at the State Fair? Like, it's not a kissing booth, but like, let me judge your ring size. And it's just a dude's ass. And it's like, and then soda, he's like...
The worst part is it fucking locks onto you like a goddamn death trap.
It's like, you're a 6. How'd you know? Yeah.
No, it's one of those things like, you stick your finger in there like it expands like a fucking blood pressure cuff, and then it slowly fucking comes around your finger, and he just like does something. He goes like, beep, boop, beep, you must be a size 7.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh my god, you're right. And
Plus-
then you have to
plus
like rip it out of there.
And he's like, I can guess your size plus or minus 4.
And then you have to like...
After about an hour, everything just feels
And you
like
have
a
to
finger.
like slide your finger out of it.
Everything just feels like a finger after about an hour. So, but he just has like, it's just like a lube slot. So he has a lube slot, so he's just like, and then shove it in. Yep.
That's the real proposal. That's 2023. That's how everybody needs to propose. You just drop down, let her see your butthole. That's your future fiance right there. He, she, whatever. That's your future fiance right there. If they see your butthole.
There was a few years ago, like, when it was weird because I saw a bunch of like soccer videos, like professional soccer videos, and all these soccer guys are like sticking their fingers in like other soccer players' asses.
Yeah, makes them feel uncomfortable.
No, I think it's like a hazing thing.
It's like,
It's called sexual
Like the
harassment.
Penn State, like the Penn State guys.
It's called sexual harassment.
Well, it's weird. Like you can like Google it, like soccer player, like finger and ass. Like that's like they'll be running down the field, like they'll see somebody they fucking hate, and like stick their like cram their fucking fingers up their ass.
Yeah.
It's like fighting words. I'm like, yeah, if somebody shoved 2 fingers up my ass, I'd be fucking pissed too.
What?
Like on live television? Yeah.
Is it Spanish? Are they Spanish countries?
I don't know.
Because there is, like, in Spanish countries, there's that machismo thing that's like, you have to be macho. It's like a legit thing. And it's like a manhood. And nobody can fuck with your...
Nobody can fuck with your manhood.
Nobody can fuck with your macho. Like, seriously, that's literally what it is. Machismo is a real fucking thing. The guy with, like, one of the biggest dicks, but he, like... It was a news article on here. He had, like, hung fucking 10-pound weights from it to stretch his dick, but it was just his skin, and it was, like, a vascular skin sac around his wiener. He did it for machismo. That's 100% what he did it. That's for to have self-confidence as a man.
Soccer player ejected for sticking his fingers up another player's butt. It's known as an oil check. Soccer isn't the only sport where it happens. Brazilian soccer player was instantly ejected from the match this weekend when he was caught getting way, way too handsy with a member of the opposite team.
You know, next year, if that proposal thing goes legit, they're technically going to be engaged. Yep. They're technically engaged.
He did it twice. Stuck his fingers into the rear end of another player.
He didn't get a good reading the first time.
Yeah, apparently a referee gave him the red card and sent him...
Should have gave him the brown one.
I don't know. It's like this is the fourth official that the athlete had introduced his middle finger twice between the buttocks of an adversary.
Good choice. Always go with the middle. The first one's the longest one.
I don't know if it's the middle. It might be the middle. This is weird.
Probably tried to give him a 4-finger meanie.
Probably. Let me check your oil. I mean, I know it's like check your oil, but like they used to do it in wrestling all the time.
No, it's called sexual harassment. Is what it is.
Not back in the day. It was just like, you got me.
You got me?
You got me.
You got me. We're engaged now.
Yeah. Gotta remember that you like sticking your fingers up my butt.
Don't forget, when we sleep 69, you gotta shit all over my face.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we consummate our marriage.
Better watch out. R.I.P. your finger. You might lose it up in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's a fucking... Everybody's gonna start putting fucking butthole protectors. Just a crab claw. It's my crab. It's my crab goblin. Snap your fucking finger off.
Or if everybody had the alien mouth. Like
Everybody just implants fucking nutcrackers in their fucking asshole.
No.
Crap.
The alien baby mouth. So if anything gets near your ass, it just
that fucking thing
shoots out.
That fucking thing
Snaps.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Or like maybe like the grabby claws, but like the dinosaur head.
I'd bring back the Beetlejuice worm. Fucking.
Oh, the sandworm?
Yeah. Well, when Beetlejuice turns into the worm.
The sandworm.
Yeah, that one.
It's a sandworm.
Or no, when he turns into the snake. When Beetlejuice turns into the snake. Because it's just his face. It's just his head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that.
So, Pez dispenser. Everybody gets a Pez dispenser glued to their asshole. You get to pick which one.
Alright, that's all I got for this week.
Same. Alright, everybody, that is the episode. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. Of course, we couldn't do this absolutely fucking ridiculously perverted show without you. We love you so much. If you want to support the show, go rate and review us on whatever platform you listen to. If you want to support us even further, go check out the merch. New website, it is www.thecumcast.org, not .com, because people were fucking around, so we had to change it. So it's .org now.
Because we are an organization of learned doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pig Milker organization. And if you want to support us even further, go to the Patreon and give us $4 a month. Didn't you update the price?
It's $5 a month.
Oh, it says $4.
$1 goes to Patreon. They have to get their fucking money somehow.
Yeah. So for $5 a month, you get one episode extra a month, and we would greatly appreciate it because it helps out the show, so we can get better equipment for y'all to make it sound better. And that's it. Wash your hands, protect your ass, and stay fucking cheeked up, bro.
Yeah. Stay cheeked up.
Stay cheeked up.
All right, everybody, I'll leave you.
Go bite fuck something today.
I will leave.
Not a person.
Not a person.
Inanimate
Object. Don't hurt nobody.
That's right.
And I will leave you with the new November book of the month. I went festive on this one. This is called Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is by Shea, Ernshaw. I had mixed feelings about this book, but I went ahead and I actually finished it today. It is not by Tim Burton. It is just Shea's Earnshaw's telling of what she believes the basically sequel of The Nightmare Before Christmas is. So Jack and Sally, they get married. Sally's now the Pumpkin Queen, and it is 100% a story from Sally's perspective. It is talking about how she feels about being the Pumpkin Queen, about being a queen of Halloween Town, and then there's a whole bunch of other things. There's an antagonist thrown in there. It's not Oogie Boogie. It's a whole nother one. There's a whole new realm to pick through.
Another pillowcase full of bugs.
Yeah, there's a whole new realm. There's a whole new realm to pick through in this. But go. I listened to it on Audible, so it's actually a pretty easy listen. But honestly, you can also get it on a Kindle and hardcover too. But go check that out. I thought it was something festive, and I actually did enjoy it. But I had mixed feelings about it at the beginning. But it's actually a nice telling and rendition of Sally's perspective of being the Pumpkin Queen, and like I said, there's a whole nother story and backstory thrown in there as well, so go check that out. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen by Shea Ernshaw. Alright, everybody, go and get some Ichabod by New Holland Brewing Co., and again, go check out all the other shit they fucking make, because it's all really solid, to be honest with you.
Solid.
Don't forget to follow us on the Comcast Facebook page, also where we post clips of all the new episodes and links to all the new books and brews that we review on the show. And you can also follow me on Untappd.com at CraftGuru58 to see all the beers I'm currently drinking and all the ones that I will review on this show at a later time. Love y'all so much. Don't fuck around with the vet. If you ain't got a vet, you're already winning. And when somebody tries to propose to you, you say, bend over and let me see that butthole, and we are officially married. New 2023 goals. All right, everybody. Stay safe. Love the fuck out of you guys. And remember, when life gets hard and life gets you down, you milk that motherfucking pig.
Peace.
We out.